Do you feel tired, exhausted, obnoxious? You wake up every morning and you're tired and you're like, what did I do? I actually slept so that I could have energy for the day's activities. But then sleeping doesn't cut it anymore. Because I was at that point in my life, I had this feeling in my gut that something was wrong with me. And I mean, something was literally wrong with my body. And your body is silently telling you that something is wrong and we are not paying attention. One day, your body is going to scream. And maybe that's what's happening to you right now. And that's why you're watching this video right now. Because you've been neglecting your body. Maybe due to the tasks you need to fulfill, the obligation, the responsibility. You are now seeing sleep as a reward, not as a requirement. I need to save money, and then you start eating junks. You don't want to buy a real food because you want to save money. You're not seeing that as being disciplined and being a manager. Like, I'm trying to save up some money. You think it's a good thing. I know. The economy has become so bad that now we have justification for doing those things. We have justification for not sleeping right. We have justification for staying awake online, especially if you are working online and you know that you have to get these tasks done. We have justification for neglecting ourselves. But one day, we're going to wake up one morning and we're going to be exhausted. You're going to wake up one morning and your hair, you notice that your hair is falling out. I know for some of you, you're not even paying attention to that. You're not even paying attention to the fact that you're losing your hair. Or your hairlines are like encroaching backwards. You are not even paying attention to it. In fact, you think maybe it's old age. It's not old age. And the reason why you are getting older than your age is because of stress. That is to show you that when you stress yourself too much, you get older than your age. And what are the signs of old age? Your hair starts falling off. You start having gray hair. You start having wrinkles in your face. You wake up and you're always tired. It's not that you have done anything, but you're just tired. Now, because you're trying to seek instant gratification, you want to do something that will give you that that dopamine rush, that will keep you excited. And the things you are going to be doing is not going to be the things that is going to actually give you a long-lasting result, like scrolling through your phone. Because each time you scroll through your phone, and it's a sign of depression too, anxiety and depression, when every night you're always on your phone scrolling through your phone, and you're like, okay, after 1 hour I'm going to drop my phone, and after 1 hour you're still on your phone. You are still trying to there's a vacuum inside you and it's your body screaming, but you won't understand. Some people will go into drugs, some people will go into porn, some people will go into alcoholism, because they're just trying to relieve their stress. But you know what all this instant gratification is going to do to you? It's going to suppress your pain for the moment, but each time you keep going back to it because now you're not addicted to it, and that is not a long-lasting solution that you really want. How do I know this? I'm suffering from tinnitus. I don't know if you know tinnitus. I live in Nigeria, and I went on social media. I went on TikTok and I scrolled through TikTok, like not once, like several times. Several weeks I was on TikTok trying to find if there's any African person that has tinnitus, but to my disbelief, all the people that had tinnitus, they were white people. I don't know if the blacks are not comfortable to come online to share their experience or to have a community to address this issue. I realized that I've been having this condition for 7 years now, 7 good years, and there's no cure. It doesn't have a cure. Maybe it has a treatment, and I don't know if it's really working. Some people say it doesn't have a treatment that that works. I say maybe you're having a temporary tinnitus. And some of you don't even know that some condition actually exists until it actually happens to you. And these are the reflection of what you are going through. When your body is stressed out, even things that would naturally not happen to you, it will come out in you. I won't be surprised if someone would automatically have cancer. Of course, it happens. It's not that it's in their DNA or someone in their family had cancer, but because they are eating junks or they are eating processed food, or they are exposing themselves to some harmful chemical at work, some of these things can make them to have cancer. And it's not that they are supposed to have cancer like normally. Some people are going to have diabetes because of the kind of food they consume. They're not paying attention. They are always working. They don't have time, and the only time they have is for them to consume soda and bread, and they're always consuming things that will affect their skin. So sometimes when I look at people that bleach their skin, and sometimes I think, I say, is it that these people are not even paying attention to their face at all? Is it that people no longer look at themselves in the mirror? Because if you look at yourself in the mirror one day and then you realize that I'm having this reaction, like why is it I'm having this sunburn around my eye circle, and why am I having knuckles? But is it that people don't look at themselves in the mirror, or they look at themselves in the mirror and then they don't mind? They keep using that same product that is destroying their skin. They keep using that same soap that is destroying their skin. To the point that you see all these online vendors. I don't know if you're in Nigeria, you see all these online vendors, they mix chemicals together. These are people that are not even educated. They have no idea about all these chemicals and how they react. They just mix something together and they are selling, and people are buying it, using it blindly. I don't know if you understand that the same cream you use on your body, you don't use that same cream on your face, because your face have a different texture. You don't use sponge on your face. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure that maybe you know these things, because maybe the lack of confidence you have, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel so ugly, you just feel like, so there's something about you. You just feel like your system is failing you, because it got to a time that I just felt like my kidney is failing me. Okay, I had tinnitus for 7 years, and early this year I went to the hospital to treat it, and you know what, it became worse. It became 3 times worse, and I regretted it. Sometimes trying to fix what is wrong in your life is not the actual fix. Sometimes letting it be the way it is actually the fix, and you don't know. It's not everything that is meant to be fixed. Especially make your research. Okay, why am I feeling this way? We are in the 21st century. We have AI. Go and ask ChatGPT, why do I feel this way? What are the solutions? What are the things I need to do? So that you can start paying attention to your body. But when you are so engulfed with activities, with responsibilities are good. That's what makes you human and an adult. But when you take this responsibility to an extent that you don't care about your body, one day your body is going to scream, and it might be too late, because most times people pay attention when their body is like failing, totally failing, and at that point there's nothing they can do about it. But why can't you listen to your body? And if you're still watching this video, I want you to take 1 minute. Take 1 minute and meditate. Ask yourself, what do I really need? Yes, I know I need money, but do I need rest? I know I need to eat good food, but do I need to exercise too? Because some people, their activities are so high that they don't even know when not to exercise. I'm telling you this from experience. Sometimes when you know that your activity during the day is very, very high, okay, like people that does bricklaying, for instance, that is, to me, is exercise. You shouldn't involve yourself in doing extra work like exercise, because you know what you are doing is, exercise itself. But if you know that the work you do every day, it has to do with you sitting or just, dormantly moving around, then you need a proper exercise. That's why you see people that are doing bricklaying work. You see them, they have abs naturally. Do you think that they plan to have abs? Sometimes they delay their breakfast. So it's almost like they're into intermittent fasting, and they just have that natural abs. Like, it's no big deal. They have this muscle build up. So know what you actually need and what you don't need. And there's no reconciliation for you to eat junks. There is no reconciliation. Do you know that right now, I don't even crave junks at all. If your body is at peace, I'm telling you, you won't crave these things. The reason why you are craving instant gratification to increase your dopamine response is because you are stressed out. That's why you go into corn. That's why you are into alcohol. That's why you are into masturbation. That's why you are into all those stuff, because you're looking for instant gratification, because you are stressed. You're not seeking to scroll on your phone 24/7 because everything is okay and you have time, you have free time. Sometimes you even stay 5 hours throughout the night scrolling to your phone, doing what I don't know. It's not that you don't need the rest. In fact, you even feel your eyes are heavy, that you need to sleep. But then you're not going to sleep, because you can't just sleep. Your mind is not at peace with itself, and you're looking for that instant gratification. So you're going to keep on scrolling, and then you wake up in the morning, you are tired. And sometimes you might even sleep throughout the night and you still wake up tired, because life is all about balance. Life is all about balance. Your body isn't malfunctioning. You are not just paying attention to your body. Your body has disconnected from your soul. And you're going to look at yourself in the mirror. Do I like what I see? Anything that you don't like about yourself, you have to make an effort to change it. If you're not going to make an effort to change what you don't like about yourself, then you don't really want the result that much. Because if you really want the results, you're going to do whatever it takes to change. You need to be hydrated. That's the number one thing. If there's anything you're going to take out of this video, number one thing, be hydrated. There was an experiment that was conducted whereby like hundreds of children okay, let's say 100 children, they were kept in a camp, and they were left to do whatever they want. Their parents were allowed to like sign like an undertaking or something, and they were allowed to like do whatever you want. Adults can supervise them, but they cannot interfere with what they're doing. Do you know that many of those children fainted because they didn't drink water? Because parents have to remind children to drink water. Water is very important. That's number one thing I want you to take home. Water is very, very important. Keep yourself hydrated as if your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. Don't drink water when you're thirsty. Drink water because it's required for your system to thrive. Do you know that when you drink a lot of water, it's going to burn out fast? When you drink a lot of water, it's going to detoxify your system, it's going to improve your gut health, and it's going to burn out fat. And research also shows that when you drink warm water every morning, it helps to, cleanse your system and, activate your digestion for the day. And number two things I want you to understand: move your body, exercise, do yoga. Don't participate in exercise because you want to have a perfect body, you want to have that shape, that hourglass shape. No, participate in exercise because of your peace of mind. Do you know that when you exercise, it helps your mind to relax? Do you know that? Do you know that even exercising helps even your sexual life? Because it just gives you that vibe. Because each time you move your body, you exercise, your heart rate increases. And when your heart rate increases, it helps in the circulation of blood to your brain. And when the blood that goes to your brain carries oxygen. And when you always exercise, it facilitates the pumping of the blood fast to your brain. And that is what your brain needs for proper thinking. To be intellectual, you need to exercise. I want you to notice billionaires, for instance, millionaires. If you look critically into their life, they take their exercise very, very serious. So if you want a result that is meant for the 1%, you must be willing to study the life of the 1% to know what they're actually doing to try prioritize exercise very, very serious. Even though you can't go out every time to exercise, at home, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, drink water. When you're done drinking water, you exercise, even if it's yoga. In case exercise is very tedious for you, do yoga. Why not try yoga? Yoga is very flexible. You stretch and that's just it. You don't have to do something vigorous. And the third thing I want you to prioritize is sleep. In fact, sleep is supposed to be number one, but they are all important. Don't play with your sleep. Do you know that you can survive without food for 7 days, but you can't survive without sleeping for 7 days? You're going to black out. The reason why God makes us to be able to sleep is because during the activities of the day, we are being stressed, all our organs are being stressed. You have to lie down and sleep to rejuvenate, to relax, so that your cells can reactivate. And that's why we don't eat every time. Okay, we eat morning, afternoon, and night, right? But I'm going to advise you, it's not even right to be eating 3 times a day. I don't recommend eating 3 times a day. Highest, eat twice a day. And in the night is meant for your digestive system to at least relax. And that's why it's not even advisable to eat before you go to sleep, right? So at the end of the day, our system needs time to relax. Sleep helps your brain. It helps your intellect. It helps you to, have that intellectual capacity and keep your memory in check. You know how when you sleep and you wake up in the morning, you feel rejuvenated, you feel happy, you just stretch out. That's a feeling. But when you deprive yourself of the sleep and you keep working all through the night, you wake up, you work, you go to sleep, you work, and you think that's discipline. You think, yes, I'm a very disciplined person, so I have to work. You're not being smart. You are destroying your sleeping cycle, and it's going to haunt you. If not now, but later on, it's going to haunt you. It affected my mother. My mom is currently on drugs, because I remember my mom when I was young. My mom was always praying in the night. My mom will not sleep. My mom will always pray throughout the night. In fact, to the extent that people start complaining. Any house that my mom rents, people start complaining that why is she always disturbing and all of that. Even Christians, they will start complaining. That's to show you how prayerful my mother was. So too much of everything, no matter how good it is bad for you. Do you know that now my mom has been on drugs for like 7 years now? My mom can't sleep without that drugs. Sometimes what you need to fix is your mental health. You have to fix your mental health first before it can manifest in the physical, before it can manifest in your skin, your hormones, in your hair. Look at people that have healthy hair. You think it's just genetics. If you look at them, they are eating properly. They are prioritizing their sleep. They are prioritizing their diet. They exercise. And they drink a lot of water. So the fourth thing I want you to prioritize is your diet. You have to prioritize your diet. Do you know that losing weight is 80% based off of your diet? And let's say 20% of exercise. Because I'm telling you, you can exercise from now to tomorrow for a whole month. If you do not work on your diet, you're just wasting your time. You are just wasting your time. I know living in Nigeria, we don't have varieties like that. Like unlike the Koreans, the Chinese, that's why you see their skin, their hair. The Americans, I know Americans, they do a lot of junks too, but they have a lot of food options that they can choose. But in Africa, it's either you're eating swallow or you're eating rice and beans. That's all. Swallow, rice and beans. There are not a lot of food options that you can, eat. And that's why I recommend, if you really want to transform your health and the way you look and the way you feel about your body, impute egg into your diet. Because at least in Nigeria, we have egg, isn't it? We have egg. Just go and buy 1 crate of egg in the house. Each time you feel like, especially when you are going to sleep and maybe you walk throughout the day and you couldn't eat on time, at least by 7 you should stop eating. By 7 p.m. don't eat anything anymore. But if you find yourself in a situation whereby you couldn't eat during that period, just boil some egg, maybe 4 eggs, and eat. You can just put some sauce or do some cabbage sauce and then eat. That's all the food you need. Do you know that when you participate in intermittent fasting, it opens your mind, it opens your brain? For the Bible to say that you should pray and fast, I'm telling you, you're not doing God a favor by praying and fasting. You're doing yourself a favor. We have the DNA of God in our body. And that's why when we participate in prayer and fasting, we're not doing God a favor. We're doing our body. We are doing our body a favor. And when you are focusing on your body, I'm telling you, it's going to have a great impact in your soul. That's why you read the word of God so that it will impact your soul. You read the word of God so that it will impact your body too. Because the word of God is going to guide you through life. If you can just implement these 4 things, and I'm going to mention it again: diet, drinking a lot of water, exercise, and prioritizing your sleep. If you can put this into your life, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna like what you see. I'm telling you, I'm in a bad place in my life right now. I'm struggling, but to some extent, I don't know, I think I glow somehow. I don't know, you can tell me in the comment section if I glow or not. Because I drink water. I don't drink water when I'm thirsty. I have a timetable to drink water. Every 2 hours, be drinking water. Every 2 hours. Nothing's gonna happen to you when you drink a lot of water. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I know it's hard for you to drink water when you are in training season, because the homeostasis is telling you that, okay, because there's not enough, you're not passing out sweat. So that means you're not even losing water through sweat. So it just conserve that water in you. So you don't have to drink a lot of water. But I just want you to just make a timetable so that you don't drink water when you're thirsty. You drink water when you have to drink water. If there's anything that you are going to take home with in this whole video, drink water. Please drink water. Sometimes it's not that we are ugly. We look at ourselves in the mirror and we don't really appreciate who we see in the mirror. It's not because you are ugly. You're not actually ugly. Do you know that there are some things that make people attractive? There are things that make people attractive. Do you know that money can make you attractive? Even though you're an ugly looking person, money can make you look attractive. Do you know that your energy can make you look attractive? Your confidence can make you look attractive. In fact, you could carry the most beautiful face, but when you have low self-esteem, you look down on yourself, you would think that you're the most ugliest person in the room. Meanwhile, you're not ugly. You're just, boring. We dishonor our body, and we think that our body is going to compensate us by, doing things for us. The moment you start honoring your body, you don't allow a lot of shit into your life. I'm going to tell you this for free. You're going to see drastic change in your life. Sometimes we allow people pull us down because of one thing that somebody said one day. Maybe when you were very young, you allow it stick into your brain that you grew older and you still have that mindset. Even though you have improved yourself, you have become a better person, it's still in there. It's a childhood trauma. You're always trying to prove yourself. Beauty is not only in how you look. And sometimes we misunderstand these things. Maybe the reason why you feel like you're ugly, or you feel like your body is failing you, understand who you are first. Be inspired by who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am beautifully and wonderfully created by God. Nothing anybody is going to tell you that is going to make sense. So can somebody, in fact, you might not even be ugly and somebody does things to you that you don't like, and you just feel like maybe it's because I'm ugly, or that's why this person. A lot of things make people attractive. It's not only looks. At the end of the day, you might even see someone that has good looks, but when they don't have money, or they don't have the energy, they don't have vibes, they are boring, they become ugly. I don't know, you just can't vibe with them, but they're actually good looking. That is to show you that good look is not only about how symmetrical your face is. It's about understanding who you are as a person. Okay, for instance, you have big tummy. Like me, I have big tummy, yeah, naturally, and it's something I'm trying to deal with. That's why you have to want what you want well enough to do anything to have it. You might not have money to do BBL or to do liposuction, and I'm not even advising you to do all these things if you can't afford them. But if you can afford them and you can have a good a surgeon to do it for you, I don't know if it's sinful, but I just feel like if you feel insecure about some part of your body, and we are gods too. God created us in His image. We are gods too, and God forgive me if I'm wrong. But I just feel like if you feel that okay, I'm not comfortable with my nose, like my nose, it has been embarrassing me, because what is ugly is ugly. Like, you can't see something ugly and you say it's beautiful. It's almost like you're lying, isn't it? And when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see that you think you're not ugly, you think you're ugly, maybe you're actually ugly. But what if there are little things that you can do to change that? Okay, you can see my lips. I don't have natural pink lips. I'm using a pink lip balm. So there's some adjustments you need to do. My lips are not naturally shiny. I used a lip gloss. My eyebrows are somewhat bushy, and in fact it has started growing back, but I used to carve it. These are not my natural hair, but I grew them. Like, I was not born like that. I don't know what is it, whether you are born with it or something, but these are my natural hair though, but I grew them. There are things that you improvise into your life that are not natural with you, like you just put it in and it makes you better. So don't say I want to be natural. You want to be natural, but look, this is my skin. I use oil. I use this Vit Gold oil. So my skin is not naturally shiny like this. I use oil on my skin. But when you feel so uncomfortable with your skin and you start bleaching, you start having knuckles and all of that, just because you want to lighten up. If you are dark in complexion, there are creams you need to use to enhance that melanin. If you are naturally fair, there are things to use to enhance it. Don't go overboard by bleaching your skin and losing your melanin, or I don't know, whatever thing that is protecting your skin. Your skin is now elastic. It's not dense. It's not fresh. That's not what you want. That's not beauty. You are destroying yourself. In fact, I'll look at some people, their skin is so burnt. You are stressing. You are hawking, I don't know, granules, or you are roasting corn under a hot, scorching sun in Nigeria, and you are now bleaching. Let's say people that are working inside an air-conditioned office decide to bleach. No problem, because now, what could go wrong? At least they are not going under the sun, so they can't have sunburn. But you are suffering and you decide to bleach. It's the same thing as people that decide to go and do BBL. Meanwhile, they cannot afford it. They have to go and borrow money to go and do BBL because you are so uncomfortable with your body. You need to do that. Or you want to go and do BBL, or you need to go and have a nose surgery, or whatever it is you want to do. You didn't have a research on the best doctor, or whether I need to travel outside the country. The health system in Nigeria is very, very bad. And then you just jump and go and do surgery. And you hear cases of people that were, on a live. It's not that they were on a live. Like, it's almost like, yes, they died, like, trying to do all this surgery. It's not worth it. But assuming they researched, they took out time when it's right to do it, maybe it's okay. I personally, I don't have money for liposuction. It's something I would want to do, but even without liposuction, to some extent, I've been able to burn out a little fat. You see my belly? I've been able to burn out little fat. But you see, I'm not even curvy. I'm not a curvy person. I do not have big butts or big boobs or fat tummy. But learn to understand what is suitable for you, what you resonate with. Some of you do not have bad body. You just don't know the right clothes to wear. You are wearing a bodycon dress. You that you have big tummy and you don't have big butts. You're not having figure eight. You are wearing a bodycon dress. Like, does that make sense? Make it make sense to me. Why you think that? Because you see Auntie A wearing bodycon, you feel like, okay, I should wear bodycon. Some of you, you have, I don't know what they call it in English. You have these like masculine legs, like your leg is very, very thick. And you're wearing heels. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Because to me, it just makes you look very like all those masculine men. I don't know. But if that's what you're comfortable with, but I don't just see, because I don't just see it. It might make sense to you, but it doesn't just make sense to me that, you know, you have all this big thick leg with muscle and you're wearing heels. Or every time you're wearing heels, you're stressing, you're making that muscle to become thicker. Like, make it make sense. So sometimes nothing is wrong with you. You just need to like improve on yourself. You enter somewhere and they tell you that you're smelling. Do you know that it takes just one day for you to smell? 1 day. And just imagine if it took years of neglect. How will you eradicate that smell? It's going to take a long time, but I know it's very easy, except maybe it's a permanent body odor you have, or a permanent mouth odor. You can actually get rid of it. You just need to neglect yourself 1 day and everything is gone. So self-care is like a daily routine. It's not something you do today and then you abandon yourself for tomorrow, then you continue to next tomorrow. No. Self-care is a consistent and deliberate action that you take over a long period of time, if not for the rest of your life. There's no any time you stop caring for your body. It's just the same thing. As long as you can't stop eating, also put self-care as something you must in order to be beautiful. Because you could actually be ugly, but the way you carry yourself and the way you treat yourself, you worship yourself, you honor your body. In fact, you might be abandoning yourself because of how somebody is treating you. You're into a toxic relationship where the person pull you down. You are being heartbroken by so many men, and that's why you lost your self-confidence. You feel worthless. What's the point of even exercising now? If you're exercising because of a man, because you want to look attractive for a man, the day that man goes, you stop exercising. If you're on a diet because of a man, because you're trying to have flat tummy for a man, the day that man goes, you are back to square one. Stop trying to improve yourself because of what people will say. As much as you want to look good so that people would see you as, you know, attractive, don't do it because of them. Do it for you, because you want to feel good inside. Practice mindfulness. And that's why meditation is good. Except maybe you're conjuring demons, because I don't know why some people think that when you meditate you're conjuring demons or something. I don't know. But meditate, pray, do yoga, stretch, drink a lot of water, be conscious of what you eat. I stopped taking carbonated drink, especially Coca-Cola. Like, in fact, right now I don't even crave it. I don't, because you have to want that healthy lifestyle that bad that those things doesn't resonate with you anymore. You are not craving those things anymore. Whatever it is you want in your life, even if it's success, even if it's good health, even if it's the hourglass shaped body that you want, because if it's not natural, it's not natural, but you can at least get close to getting what you want, isn't it? That you don't have it doesn't mean that you can't improve on what you have and make it better, isn't it? See yourself the way God sees you. Don't allow the opinion of someone else determine who you are. You are more than what they say you are. Be proud of yourself, because the moment you change these things about yourself, the moment you start honoring your body, I'm telling you, every other thing will change in your life. Your finance, the spouse you're going to have, the friends you're going to attract, the relationship you are going to make, the connection you're going to make, is going to be dependent on how you feel about yourself first, how you carry yourself, the energy, how you magnet people with your energy, your confidence. But when you are looking down on yourself, you lack the discipline to do what you want for yourself. How can you not do it for others? I used to use this word. If you're not able to succeed as a single person, how can you succeed as a double? If you're not able to love yourself, how can you love somebody else? You have to love yourself so much that you cannot give that love to someone else. You can't give what you don't have. And that's why you must love yourself. Love who you are when you look at yourself in the mirror, because you deserve all the love in the world. Nobody is going to give it to you if you can't give it to yourself. In fact, go about with this mentality. Nobody really cares about you. Nobody really loves you. I'm telling you, if problems should arise now, those people that you think that will stand by you, you know that they are actually in your life for what they can get. Because we are living in such a superficial world whereby everybody's looking at what they can get from you. Love yourself so much that you're stingy of your time, stingy of your energy. Don't give your energy out to people. Don't allow somebody that doesn't care about you live rent-free in your head. Love yourself. Choose yourself now, tomorrow, and always. Choose yourself every time. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say no. Don't allow people use you, because people are willing to prey on you. People are willing to manipulate you. People are willing to use you. People are willing to trample over you. And when you allow it first time, second time, third time, you're always allowing it. A time is going to come, your body, your subconsciousness is going to actually believe what they say about you. Maybe I'm worthless. Maybe I'm nobody. Maybe I'm meant to be nothing. And that's why you're going to put yourself in a condition whereby you're always going to be seeking for approval from people that you're never going to get. And you're going to settle for less. You're going to live in mediocrity. Because when you don't elevate yourself, nobody's coming to elevate you. Not even your parents can elevate you when you refuse. Do you know how when we grow up that we are afraid to even tell our parents what we are going through? We are afraid. Oh no, I don't want to bother them with what I'm going through. Your mom is seeing you every day. She doesn't even know that you're depressed. She doesn't even know that you are anxious, you are uncomfortable. She doesn't even know that you're traumatized by the auntie she gave you to when you were 5 years, when you're 10 years. She didn't even know the trauma that you went through. We have to deal with our past. Dealing with our past. You know, I made a video. That was my first video before this one. This is my second video. I want you to go and watch that video. It's about unforgiveness. What unforgiveness does to you. Sometimes it's because of the trauma that we have experienced in our life that make us not want to relate with anybody anymore. Please guys, if you're new to this channel and you're coming across this video for the first time, please do well to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because I make videos like this every other time. See you in the next one.